Hello, YouTubers. It's Travis. Welcome back. Have another brawl for you today, and we're going to take out Skip the Time Skipper for an adventure. As I'm playing more and more and looking to get more and more competitive, there's some heroes that I just haven't played enough, and Skip is one of them. So it felt really good to get some reps in with Skip. Someone jokingly said that we're going to skip our way to ninth place. I'm happy to say that didn't happen, and I hope that you will enjoy this brawl. If you do, please consider subscribing to the channel. That'll get you an alert when there's a new video to watch. And you can check out my Twitch stream at twitch.tv/Semulin. Enjoy! Skip the Time Skipper. I have not skipped in some time. It seems like a good choice for, like, I don't know, a tournament where you're looking to high roll. Let's get some practice with Skip and see if perhaps I can be the one to high roll. That may be a bit much to ask after the last game we just had. To be fair. What a shop. I mean, no, I'm not going to log for it. We're Skip. We want a level 3 shop, but it's like any other hero. You see that and you're like, get that Foxtail Archer, lock it up. So I think we're most interested. What's the best unit you think to hit on Skip? Because I think it might be Lucky. I think Lucky might be the best thing to buy in your level 3 shop. I've had level 3 shops that were like Black Cat, Wicked Witch, Good Witch. And I was like, what do we do here? Oh God, it's that shop. So there's not an economy one. There's a question of what can I build with this? Oh, the stag's not good enough. I think I'm supposed to buy the 2-1 and lock for the 3-2. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. It sucks that the spell's there, but this gives me a board that can at least trade with everything and stop the damage coming in. Like I just don't have a board together yet and it sucks, but it's going to be okay. Obviously not locking for any of that. So let's roll and see if there's something we do want to log for. And no, I would not like to log for this shop either. Random evil unit would be acceptable. I'd love to be in a position to log for the XP, right? But that's it's pretty ambitious. I will still buy any economy units we can find if we find them, because that's the big problem with Skip is recovering from that early board loss. If you can do that, you're usually pretty far ahead. That's rough. Up against Miri, so I can do double mummy. The problem is I really want this. We can maybe kidnap one of Miri's units or just buy a 2-1 ranged. I think I need to be an adult instead of trying to do silly things. Like, this looks all right. Skip directly to 8th place. Sometimes I've done that, Risper. But I have found some good starts with Skip. It really depends on what you get in your level 3 shop. If you can get Lucky in your level 3 shop, it feels like you're cheating. If you get Ogre Princess in your first shop, it can feel pretty good. If you get a Mummy, you're kind of like, this game sucks and I don't want to play anymore. Princess White's also pretty good. It certainly gives you a direction. You talk about life as a resource and how it applies to Storybook Brawl. Sure, probably not while I'm playing, but I certainly can. So we could unironically take a tempo puff. Which I think I'm going to do. I need fat stats to keep me stable. Oh, this actually works. So life as a resource is, I think, very different in Storybook Brawl than it is in Magic. And I'm still learning, right? This is my second month seriously playing this game. I really started in January of this year. So I've been playing for a month. I don't know everything yet. But I think if you're coming from other card games, you're used to taking some early damage to be able to answer other cards, and card advantage is what you're looking for. This game doesn't have that concept. It has gold advantage and life total advantage. So how it applies to Storybook Brawl is it's the opposite of what you think if you're coming from Magic. You need the strongest board that you can possibly get, unless your life total is so high, you think, I could afford to cheese some scaling. That's really the only place that it comes up. But I would, generally speaking, like to preserve life total as much as possible, as early as possible. And just like that, we were into Royals. Were we, though? I think we are. That's a pair of Court Wizards, yo. I want that Arthur, too. I just can't get him right now. Like, it's natural 3.2. I don't think it's crazy to buy the Arthur. I also don't think it's that crazy to lock for it, so I'm going to do that. I don't know, man. I'm locking for Arthur before I have any upgraded Royals. That seems bad to me. Let's just take the strongest board we can get. And if I see something that's like, oh my god, we have to take this, I'll take it. Because right now we might just get a Pumpkin King and start doing that. What's your opinion on moving the pumpkin back to 6? Huh. Well, now I wish I'd kept the Arthur, eh? Are we ready to just entirely get out of this evil stuff? Maybe. Let's see where this goes. I can talk some about pumpkin things in a minute. What are you, little puff? You're a Sporko? That's convenient. Like, we'll get to this for this turn and then kind of decide where we're going. Because I haven't quite figured it out yet. Let's go do level 5 things. Yeah, so there's a lot of people talking about wanting to revert the pumpkin to 6, and I imagine that's what you mean, right, Citrus? Spadone, we need to talk to Hunter and get him to play, right? Like, that's what we need to do. I wonder if he'd play if I taught him. But that's what you mean, right? Oh, he said they're changing it back to 6? I think people are overreacting a little bit. But it does seem a little powerful. There were ways to beat it. I think it's a little bit of overreacting, but I think people were overreacting to Trophy Hunter and Good Boy earlier. Like, they were just seeing, you know, the high rolls and not experiencing the low rolls. I don't mind it. I'm not going to miss the pumpkin. I mean, this was certainly the pumpkin patch, eh? That soul tag came out of a donkey's butt. Yeah, the murder pumpkin was an issue. That was really the only problem, is that you could triple it so fast. All right, we've been waiting for level 5 to decide what we're doing. I don't think it's that big a deal. I don't mind them switching it back. How's that for an answer? But I'm also pretty new, Citrus. This is my second month playing the game. Like, seriously, I'd played it some before that, but not a lot. If we were gonna sell out of something to buy that, what would it be? Frank, it would probably be the Juliets. I don't know what we're doing. I could log for it. Use 4.1. This is probably fine. But I feel like we're going in more of an evil direction than a Juliet direction. I want my treasure. Sophie? I just get to win the game with that, right? That feels like too much stats to ignore. I'm playing a week or so, just hit 3.2. Nice. Yeah, I hit, last month was the first month I've made Mythic. And my experience with the game was, I played a lot of Underlords, and Matt Nass played a lot of Underlords, and I would watch him stream it every once in a while. And when he made this game, he emailed me. And I tried it out and liked it, but most of my stream was Magic. And I was in a position where if I didn't stream Magic, generally speaking, people didn't watch that much. I think my Evil board is just getting better than my Court Wizard board. Like, I'm probably still Court Wizarding for now. But is that better? I'm guaranteed 2 20-point ranged attacks. I can be ready to pivot into evil when we get our pumpkin. Like, let's enjoy it while we can. Anyway, I got an email from LSV at the end of December that was like, hey, you want some codes and stream the game? And I was like, sure, I'll stream it again. And it just gripped me. And when it did, I showed it to Sim Wife, and it gripped her too. Because we used to play Underlords together, and that game just kind of died. But once she got into it, it was like a no-brainer for me to just play it more. And as I started playing it more, I started to become, I had some issues with MTG Arena to begin with. So I've had a really good time streaming this, and I'm very grateful that some of you stuck with me. I don't think it's a complete transition. I do plan to play Magic more in the future, but I'm spending a lot more time in this game than I anticipated. I'm very thankful that, you know, some of you stuck around and that there's some new people here. Like Texas toast and citrus slices. That sounds like a delightful lunch, actually. See, that's why we want the Court Wizards. So we can get a counterattack in that scenario. Splat. Murder pumpkin. So we're just done doing good crap now. It's bad. Am I evil? Yes, I am. Am I evil? Yes, I am. It's awkward positioning for you, isn't it? Then we'll just put you over here. How is something going to die first? It's not. All right. I don't have to worry that much about the positioning. I'm like 500 points ahead of the lobby. You can just cash it in for a wolf and be fine. This is why you do your positioning after you've bought all of your units. There we go. I did it. I don't really mind it either. It's fine. This support positioning makes a lot more sense. I figure the rage is better considering we're just doing pumpkin cheese now. I did consider horn with the upgraded Sporco, but we don't know what's going to come out of the pumpkin, right? And apparently the pumpkin's going back to 6, so this may be one of our last opportunities to enjoy it. Did he say when that patch was going to happen, Citrus? I don't think pumpkin cheese sounds as good as Texas toast and citrus slices, but I mean, y'all do what you want to do. Just announced it on the PAX live stream yesterday. Okay. Is it realistic to expect? Not really. That might be fun, though. Look at the little baby Storm King. He's so cute. I want this tree. How to get this tree? Lock for this tree? Links aren't allowed in chat. My apologies. This is an upgraded Neon, which, like, I sort of, like, it does something, but, like, I'd almost rather put him back into the pool. I want this. I'm way ahead on life. Let's just buy the things I want. Oh no, I don't think you are. I know there was a stream yesterday, and I know that a lot of people were complaining about the pumpkin at 5. I assumed that's what you meant. We almost got that one. All right, what did I want here? I wanted that. Kind of don't feel like I want to play you anymore because you're just summoning little crap, and I don't want little crap. Having this out of fireball range is pretty nice, though, actually, eh? There's no level 3 treasures I want, and I'm not interested in these anymore. Yeah, I'm just going to get you safe. This is kind of pointless, too, frankly. Like, I get a better board if I position like this. So let's do that. Yeah, I don't need a sarcophagus. I'd take it, but I'm not going to build towards it. I'd rather be getting level 6 treasures. I guess map and sarcophagus are interesting to me. Well, the actual answer is I should have sold the witch. Fair enough. I didn't think it through all the way. Selling the witch would have been good. Good boy boards are still pretty good. This was my thing about why I didn't think the pumpkin needed to be nerfed. Is a good Royals board with good boys was pretty good against it, and dwarves were pretty good against it. You ended up in a situation where, like, you did have a comp that was kind of busted, but they could easily beat me. We got a little lucky to hit 2 Medusas here and for them to get to attack, which means they don't beat me. But Royals is another composition that's pretty good at having their stats spread out rather than consolidated. So they've still got play against the pumpkins. Boop. I should have sold this instead of the mummy. I kind of want that. What was Midas doing? We haven't played Midas in 8 turns. I have no bloody idea what Midas is doing. But we can find out. That's fair, Floppy. I actually went and watched some of your stream replays from a long time ago, Floppy, after our conversation yesterday, because I've had a lot of people. I'm going to give you a compliment. Your stream VODs from a year ago looked and sounded great. You were engaging, and I was actually impressed. Most people that come into my chat and say something like, I tried streaming and I didn't get anywhere and I'm frustrated, I go watch their stream and their audio quality is terrible. They're not talking. It's fuzzy. And like, I'm like, well, no crap. You didn't go anywhere. And I don't know what I expected. I guess I expected to go to your stream and see that sort of thing and be like, oh, well, there's the problem. And that's not what I saw. And if I'd seen that, I wouldn't have said anything, right? I would have just been like, hey, good afternoon, Floppy. But because I went and saw that it actually looked really good, I wanted to mention it. I have some more things I'd like to share in a minute. I need to get through this turn. The positioning is a little difficult. I may be off of the Doom Breath. I'm certainly off of it against a Ghost, eh? Well, it's not like I'm going to side in anything that's going to scale. But I need my positioning to be like this so that my pumpkins are protected. And that makes the Doom Breath worse. This was a good boy board. So maybe the actual answer is just do this. Okay. So what I wanted to say, I don't know why you didn't make it. But one of the things, were you watching me when you were streaming? Did you know who I was? Because there was one thing that I had a little bit of trouble with early that I've gotten better at. And should you ever try it again? Okay, if you were watching me when you were streaming, I should not have found out that you were a streamer a year after you stopped. It's difficult because, like, you can't just walk into somebody's stream and be like, hi, I'm a streamer. Let me tell you about my stream. But you have to network in streaming. And networking can be difficult. It's something that I don't particularly like doing, but what I found was, because I felt like if I went into someone else's stream, it felt disingenuous to go in if my main goal was to promote myself. Oh, they certainly do, Rocky. They certainly do. Here, let me see if we can win this game, and then we'll talk some more about it, because I think there's something to be said. 8, sure. There's a break point. Maybe we win, and you know, Storm King value. Important. You want a different hero power? No, because there's spells I'd cast. Midas was on big slay things. Him also had a Dargon. So I want a Frumpkin. Oh, no, I don't. I want a cropped pumpkin. There you go. After the person is a community member. That's it. That's it. So what you don't want to do is walk in. Their board has changed dramatically. We're super dead. Well, you say that, but no one knows what's in the pumpkin. Yoinks. There could be good things in this pumpkin. I do think we're very dead here, though. Yeah, we got a bird. There was a bird in our pumpkin. Well, they've got Crystal Ball and a Wand of Weirding. It was a good round. It was a good round. But let's mention this since we were talking about it, right? So here's the thing. I did not feel like I could get into... I felt like it would be disingenuous for me to go into a large streamer's stream with the goal of getting people to know that I'm a streamer too. I was like, I don't want to do that. That doesn't sound good to me. But what I recognized is there were streamers that I was already watching and that they knew who I was. It's okay to let them know that I stream too after I've been a member of their community and chatting there, right? So if Orcish Artillery says, I just started streaming, would you watch it? Dude, heck yeah, that's fine. If The Mist says, I've started streaming again, would you like to watch it? That's great. That's great. I think when you say something in chat and the streamer asks you how you're doing, and then it's a question of how you'd like to introduce it, right? If you come in and say something like that, like what John is saying here, it was good hanging out with you, I'm going to go start my stream. That's going to get you banned in most chats. But it's more like, rather than looking to use people for networking, look to make friends in streaming. Right. We'll talk some more about this. And of course, a big thank you to my patrons. Paul, Punk, Hero, Joe, Jesse, Jacob, Scott, Basti, Rich, Michael, Brandon, John, and Jazzy. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon.